Welcome to the new Marik Workshop from WBPL 76. This program is brought to you by Lady Red Productions, the Bear Digs Corporation, and a generous grant from the Night Owl Foundation. Why are you here? Cat, will you stop chewing on me?
Suck, squeeze, bang, and blow.
Ooh, woo.
Why are you here?
The AI has invited me to fuck off with my bullshit.
Penis.
I just hit myself in the balls with an iPhone. Somebody quote that.
Grandma's...
Was that the penis banana mech thing again?
Free Corn Thursday.
So take one of the penises out.
That unholy abomination of Yuletide terror.
Stupid is the way you do things.
I would so download Pete. No, don't fucking ooh-woo the pee-pee's eye.
The fuck is Free Corn Thursday? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, WBPL 76 is proud to present to you the most electrifying painting stream in all the world. The artist, Lady Red, the booze wizard Ether, the wrestleman Halzakar, and the host with the most, Parallax, the new Marik Workshop. And if you ain't down with that, we got two words for you: Null Noil.
I mean, there's some good words.
Hi,
I'm just
everybody.
on my way to Canopus.
Listen, we are on the way. Oh, hi, everybody. That was our opening this week. That was our opening. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Aiden says you should have made Zarbon noises. Hal, can you do that real quick?
Lord Frieza.
Yes.
Sob on him. Yeah.
Troa, thank you for quote 87 there. Welcome to Canopus. Get your dick out of that.
Crossbone, I don't want to know what that is, so.
Everybody...
I know what that is. I know exactly what that is.
Well, but I said I don't want to.
God, I can't even see what all is going on. Hi, everybody. We're here again this week. So this week we are joined by special guests Lady Red and Ether, the booze wizard of the Black Pants Legion. How you guys doing this week?
I'm here. I've been drawing things, and I have tea. Everything is good.
Pain management through booze. Can't complain.
Excellent. How's the car? How are you?
Screaming into the void, sobbing with pain, hugging my kids and my wife, going to work.
Ah, must be Thursday then.
Yep, sounds right.
Or was that a positive share? I'm not sure.
No.
I nearly spat my tea.
It's not Sunday.
Hey, we can share positive things here.
Wow, Cookie just dunked it. Said
That's
it was literally crossing the streams.
She's right. So we're going to continue on this week. This is No Squick September, so we're going to continue on through this. Listen, I'm going to choose not to go any further into that. I realized what I was saying right then as I said it, so we're going to stick with it.
We could just change it to Squickless September.
Squickless September. We'll go with
Yeah.
that. Squickless September, because Squick is still off training on what to do when the world ends. And if you think that's a joke, it's kind of not.
He trains for what he's going to cause.
No.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, but also
It's
what to
only
do
practical.
afterward.
You know, it is concerning that Skynet is being trained for what to do after Skynet gonna Skynet.
Well, you know, the thing that really gets me is the fact that apparently this is a community-wide training thing for him. So this isn't just like something he's doing. This is something he's participating in. So
Wait, community-wide. I'm worried about a cult with an AI like that.
not a cult. BizMonkey has sent us a linebacker this week. Look at this linebacker.
Oh,
Sick
looks like
house.
he plays for the Bears. Duh, Bears.
The Chicago linebacker. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That
But the
makes sense.
linebacker's not a ghost bear mech. That's a wolf mech.
Oh, he's right.
But it was a trade in the off season.
Oh, that must have been it. That must have been it. As Nidal has pointed out here, WBPL 76 legally not a cult because we do pay taxes. I
Yep.
think.
We do?
Diggs
I don't
handles
think
that.
the
That's not
BPL
my
it's-
concern.
Oh, hey, oh, yeah. Yeah, he bitched at me once about how much, doing the 69 bits, because that counts as a direct donation. That's not actually like a sub, which is just put as earnings. Kind of funny.
Oh no, I am now afraid of exactly how many of those donations we're about to get. Just
And
for
they have to be processed separately.
Night Owl,
begins.
quote 4066. Sorry for the tax problems. Night Owl to Diggs. And Fezbear has started out with 69 bits.
Nice.
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 In honor of Squick, the sex number.
The sex number, indeed.
That
He also
is-
sent us a Battle Cobra. If Stryker were here, he'd be able to sing the theme to the G.I. Joe's movie where there's something like Cobra. I don't remember. how it
Is a
goes.
Battle Cobra what the last season of Cobra Kai is going to have in it?
Yes.
I figure.
Oh, we also
Keeps
got a
going.
nice amount of bits from Nido.
Nice.
Fezbear is helping us out with some Cobra. Then he also gave us a black lantern. This lantern is black, so everybody knows. That's why it's green,
Makes perfect sense.
doesn't it? He's got some. It looks like he's got some cork rocks on there next to some rock rocks. He's done a good job shaping those cork rocks if they are indeed cork. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, and a night gyre. He said what the night gyre was, and I have apparently lost that because I've got all the windows open, and I don't have the screen real estate anymore. By the time I find it, somebody in chat, or he's going to be in chat saying it's a thinger with the stuff.
Night guy.
The night gyre Fieri. There you go. There you go, Hal.
Oh, that hurts in my soul. Get out. Leave.
So
Why?
this is
Did it
gonna
crash
ruin-
his Ferrari as well?
This is going to
Oof.
ruin my bachelor party again.
Yes. Although I still feel like that's the fault of Chili's, not so much him.
Well, you're wrong.
Guy
I
Fieri
went in-
ruined your bachelor party? Do tell.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't Chili's.
Oh,
It was Fridays.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Clearly an entirely different thing.
Yes, but I had an opportunity to be pedantic, so I went for it. Thank you, Grimos. Nice.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Aether, it is my way of referring to what happened. The night before my bachelor party, some folks offered to take my wife and I out to dinner. My wife wanted to go to Fridays. I love my wife dearly. Every now and then, though, I don't understand why she wants to eat at some places she does, but we went. And at the time on the menu, they had the Guy Fieri specials with some kind of burger with weird ass cheese, not weird ass cheese.
Are you
but
sure? You
know
did get
what?
sick.
At this point, I'm not sure. I
Got
ate
it. It
that.
had dick cheese on it. Got it.
I ate that, and then the next morning when we went to go to my bachelor party, I was not feeling well, down in my lower abdomen. I went anyway. Out of 5 rounds of paintball, I played 2 and then sat back in the shop the rest of the time because I didn't feel good. After dinner, we went back to my friend's apartment, and I laid down on the couch and passed out for the entire night, and I had not drunk a drop.
Hey, that's not
Why
true.
do we always do contact sports at the bachelor party? Like, mine, it was go-karting, and accordingly, I got married with horrendous seatbelt burns on my shoulder.
We did a LAN party of Civilization 4 at mine.
Yes, that did happen. But it was... Yes, Guy Fieri ruined my bachelor party.
Terrible.
And on one hand, I am saying that because it makes the story sound slightly more amusing on the front end, so people want to hear it. And then on the other hand, I figure if I keep saying it on the internet long enough, someone's going to tell him, and I'm going to get a message that says, "Let's fix this."
Grimo
As-
shot guns, many
live in
guns,
hope.
and I salute to you, sir.
Neither one of these have happened yet.
Falkenstein, best bachelor party ever. I mean, for the most part, the network crashed about 3 turns in.
Yeah, because we were trying to do it with that mod on it.
I don't know, man. It was Civ 4 was never super stable on LAN for us. So, I got this one came from Chris. I didn't have a screen name on this one. I'm also not immediately sure. Oh, this is a Phoenix Hawk 2C, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from the new drop.
That's right.
I just got 3 of those.
That Ether got 3 Phoenix Hawk 2Cs from salvage boxes.
Yep. So one's headed your way. Yeah.
Huzzah!
Or do you not need it? I can send it elsewhere. I'm just sharing the
I
wealth.
do have one. If
All
somebody
right,
else doesn't have one, I would encourage it to go
I'm going to
there.
send it Mad Ducks' way when I send him a poster then.
Excellent.
Mad Ducks, if you're here, enjoy the Phoenix Hawk 2C.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Excellent. Like I said, I got all the mechs out of the set, so I never had a problem with Civ 4, and I played it over the internet. Not even a skill issue on my part, Falkenstein. It was Hal's network.
But it was the mod
Sure
you
it was.
wanted to play. It was not base Civ 4.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, Ether, now you have to talk.
Mm-hmm. What am I talking about? Stuff. Oh, yeah. So that is from a 1/200 scale air combat game, and it's actually a deck-based game, which is a lot of fun, called Wings of War. I think it's now called Wings of Glory. But yeah, I was painting up all my own planes for that way back in the day when I used to work at a hobby shop, D&J Hobby. So you got a Gloucester Gladiator, an Air Cobra, a British Spitfire repainted like Adolf Golland wanted. So all kinds of fun stuff.
And then,
Wolf up front.
and then we have Tonks.
Yep. Schwab Panzer Division.
And what's this one
Used to
for?
play that in Flames of War. So
Flames.
those are Tiger tanks and Panther tanks.
There we go. And I think we had one more. Oh, okay. I was just, for some reason, I had that
Tanks
picture
I did with
twice.
an airbrush. The other ones I didn't do with airbrush. The other ones were hand painted.
You did a good job with it on the airbrush. That's to
Was
get.
it
You got to be pretty close to it to get that. You really nailed your air pressure on that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm still working on airbrush as far as those skills go.
I'm bringing to the meetup the all-clad paints to give you because they do legitimate chrome, but it is the most finicky shit I've ever airbrushed, and I want to see how well you do with it.
Okay, I'm happy to give it a shot. I'll feed it through my airbrush and see how badly it screws it up. We'll see.
Well, it's interesting because it's an actual reflective metallic chrome, and the way you got to do it is you have to have a black matte black primer,
Okay.
and you want to spray your minis or whatever you're going to do with it first, and then spray like something just like a piece of cardboard on the side.
Okay.
And then as that primer is setting, keep putting your finger on like the primer until it just is tacky enough where it doesn't come off on your finger, but it takes a fingerprint. That's the golden like 10 minutes of just spray everything with the all clad, and it'll all come out just a glistening chrome.
Ooh. We will have to give that a shot. Also, I know I need to get some more goodness. I need to get some more flat black airbrush primer. Because
I honestly I just use Tamiya for my primers.
I've been going with Badger. I stick with acrylics more than other stuff.
I like using lighter colors for my primers.
Well, I mean that's because you're a nub, but that's okay. Oh,
I'm hiding my crimes in the shadows. I use dark.
Exactly. And then we have this this drink that glows.
That is a Singapore Sling, and I am about halfway through it now, and we'll see how jolly I get with that.
And Lady Red is absolutely not threatening her husband's life in chat. That didn't happen.
It's not a threat.
Oh, it's
For
not a
legal
threat. It's a
reasons.
promise. Okay.
Hmm.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Except she just said it wasn't. So we'll see. Okay. Then I had this. Who sent me this? This was Gilly Monster sent us this. Gilly Monster said this was labeled as the Caterpillar division, which there are some actual Caterpillar colored mechs in here. Which
There we go.
Oh,
So I
nice.
can never tell the difference. Is that an Axeman or a Hatchet Man?
that looks like that's an Axeman.
That's an X-Man.
Because it's got the elongated head? Or
Yeah.
They
what's the
both
giveaway?
have
Okay.
that. It's a size thing for the most part. And
Okay.
also the
That's
placement
what
of the
she said.
gun. So the Axeman has the AC.
Too.
Thank you. The Axeman has the AC-20 up on its right shoulder. The Hatchet Man has it on its right hip.
Gotcha.
Also, that Orion is painted excellent.
It's all painted very nicely.
Well,
But you
I'm
can
thinking
really
one.
see
Yeah.
there on the Orion the way that they've built up the yellow with the edge highlighting, so it's not just a flat yellow. It's a good job.
Mhm.
I really dig the checkerboard on the Awesome, actually.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I had to look at that for a minute because Locust Labs did an Awesome some months back, and it is. I have trouble telling it apart from the CGL one sometimes. Like, she did a great job on it. But I had to look to make sure that wasn't it. That's a real one. These are all CGL models. I can tell that now. Oh, look, there are two X-Men in here. There's a purple one and a blue one. Sorry, now I'm just looking at all of them. Anyway.
You are looking at all of them.
Oh, look, there are their asses. They're the purple asses. Say hi, purple asses. So that's a
Booty walking everywhere.
So we've got an
You have a
execution.
purple ass and it lasts for more than 4 hours. Seek a doctor.
Thank you. So we have an executioner, a grasshopper, a Highlander, and an axeman. That's right to left because sometimes I'm contrarian.
I never realized the Highlander had such a square ass.
It really does. I actually agree with Falkenstein
squats.
that the AC-20 is the AC-10 is objectively better than the 20. You get more shots, you get more range. The AC-20 has just a pathetic range.
The 20 has a psychological play, though. If you know your opponent will be scared of the 20, you can maneuver better.
I mean, yeah, but they can also kite you. Like, if you're in
20
something that is big enough, or if you're an urban mech slow enough to carry a 20 around, then your target's probably quick enough to stay outside of close or medium range.
I mean, it's my argument with Hunchback versus Swayback is that a Hunchy with a 20, people run from that shit. They
That's
don't.
true.
But AC-20 make bigger boom.
Yeah.
AC-20
Exactly.
indeed. Bigger boom.
Big bada boom.
Bada boom.
Just don't
Oh.
store the ammo in the feetsies.
Ducks, if these don't look purple to you, whatever color you think they are, that's the color they are.
There it is.
It's fine.
Color is perception. This is a picture of my airbrush that I just put a tank on. It is a sad little cheap airbrush compressor I've been using for like 4 years, and it doesn't have a tank on it. So I put a tank on it, and now it's better.
Awesome.
Good water trap too.
The water
Water
trap
trap
was
is
on the compressor,
invaluable.
so
I have seen some stuff ruined, like a 124th de Havilland Mosquito got ruined because the guy was spraying it and he didn't have a water trap, and halfway through when he was spraying with god damn it, not acrylics, lacquers, he was spraying it with a
Oh!
lacquer and water got
Oh,
into it and it just
no.
ruined one whole wing spar.
Ooh.
That's God awful. That
Ooh.
getting water into oil-based paints is
Yeah, exactly. It like he had the camo perfect on the other wing, and then on the other one it's just this like
it just
it
shit
looked
all
like
over it.
a not MC Escher. Who's the guy who used to just splatter the paint all over the
Jackson
Pollock.
Pollock.
Pollock. Yeah, it looked like a Pollock on that wing.
Oh. Oh, that's so.
That hurts my soul.
Oh.
Now, I will say this. The only reason I went ahead and got the compressor on this was because I found the compressor on Amazon. And for some reason, it was a return, but it was in like new condition, and it was $25 instead of $50. So I just grabbed it and then got a few fittings for it. And by golly, now I have a tank on the compressor, and it's shockingly better now.
How
Awesome.
noisy is it?
If I turn it on right now, you won't hear it over the microphone, but
Okay.
it's not quiet.
Quiet? Yeah, I mean, putting as many bushings as you can under those feet is crucial for quieting the hell out of a compressor.
I'm
It's
sure.
surprising how much of the noise is just putting it through whatever it's sitting on.
Yeah. And I've really, one of the things I've considered doing is I have like the foam yoga mats, whatever material that how's a car that is.
Yep.
What material is that?
EVA?
EVA foam.
EVA foam. Yep.
I was gonna
Get it from Harbor Freight as
yes.
toolbox flooring. Yep.
Exactly, and I have a few of those, and I've been meaning to put them on here, and I just fucking haven't because I'm worthless. So yeah. Also, you can see by the fact that I have mounted the tank onto some oriented strand board there. This was actually a tank meant for like air horns. So it's got this bracket on it, but it's got like 1 foot on the bracket. So it was going to fall.
The square, yes, we did see your Phoenix Hawk 2C.
We did. The square. Remember, next time, put your screen name in the email. I'm going to start treating you like I used to treat Grimos when Grimos used to forget to put his screen name on things. It was funny.
Well, that was hilarious, so please do.
Okay. And then this got mixed in. Surathan, screen name Surathan, has sent us some Lego. And look, it's a Republic tank.
Conquer on Will.
Now,
Honk.
I actually think this is interesting because I remember the first place I saw the Republic. Initially they called it the Jedi tank, which was just fucking hilarious. It was in, I swear, it was a game on the GameCube that I had that was Star Wars: The Clone Wars before that was a cartoon. At least after the Tartakovsky one, before the CGI one, and. So, yeah, this tank, but you were Mace Windu in a tank.
Awesome. If it's a Star Wars tank, does that make? I mean, it's Tonk, but does that make it a Stonk?
Yes.
Stonks.
Cookie wants to know if the compressor is louder or softer than the meat jiggler. Probably a little louder.
Softer, I'd say. Really?
Yeah. I've got a well, yeah, meat jiggler's louder. But then again, I'm closer to it, and again, I don't really have it mounted on anything particularly good. It's on like the top of my wooden desk, and it just rattles a lot.
Lovely wife says it's louder. Not a
the
little
Lego
louder.
Tank is reminding me of when I was, freaking sophomore year in high school and broke as hell, and 40K was a weird freaking hobby to have. We would often use Lego substitutes, and it reminds me of my buddy's Wave Serpent.
There we go. Oh, we are now getting some explanation here on the these lances here. So the red lances are Hilties. The caterpillars are yellow. The orange are rigid. The green is Broderson, and the purple is wait. Oh God, oh God, this is I don't have enough screen space to actually keep this on. Okay, Hilty is red, Cat is yellow, Rigid is orange, Broderson is green, Giant is blue, and Makita is purple. There.
Yep.
I didn't know that Giant was a tractor brand. Or not tractor, but equipment.
Tools.
Tools. You're a tool.
Because Hilti is tools as well.
You're a tool. Then we have here the Millennium Falcon, but black. Also a Star Destroyer.
Wars Legos always take me back to when I worked at Legoland.
Do you have any more stories you want to share about that?
Oh God, there are so many. I'll just something really quick. If you ever go to a proper Star Wars mini land at a Legoland, they're usually indoors. There's always a really cool, huge Millennium Falcon that takes off periodically and is flashing lights, etc. And they tend to do like crawl through areas for the kids where they can crawl underneath and poke their heads up in plexi domes as if they're in the middle of the dioramas. Those holes are designed for children around 6 to 12 years old, but they have to be cleaned by a grown adult, and that is not fun, especially when they're full of popcorn.
If you're lucky.
Lady Red, if someone was caught doing something they ought not be doing, were they kicked out by being made walk barefoot over the green mile of Lego on the ground?
No, that wasn't a thing, but relatedly, so we did have issues with that. There's a ride at the one I used to work at called Laser Raiders, which has a very dark queue line leading up to where you get on board and do the thing, and that was always where the problems were. But no, we didn't make people do that. However, there is the Legoland Hotel. And when you go into the Legoland Hotel and you've got all the people doing their check-ins, one of the things that they have there for the kids is giant ball pits of Lego pieces so they can sit and build things while they're waiting for their parents to do the check-in. But they're ball pits full of Legos.
Oh.
And again, adults have to clean this up. And I have walked through those ball pits and I am now immune.
I was going to say, that's
the most intimidating thing I've ever heard.
That's a lot of blood.
I am not afraid of Legos on the floor.
Okay,
I have walked through hell.
Red, I'm going to draw a comparison here that I know that you're familiar with because it's a Pratchett comparison. Do you remember a scene in one of the watch books where someone is saying something threatening to Vimes and he stares at them in the eye and he puts his cigar out in his own hand while he watches them?
Yes.
Yep.
That's basically what you just did.
Yes.
It's because, yeah.
I did winter work at Legoland. I am invincible. I will live forever.
I am willing to believe all of this is true. All of this.
How many scars do I have? Yes.
She doesn't so much have skin anymore as she has scar tissue.
Oh my God. This is the weirdest thing you just reminded me, Lady Red, but I watched a promo where someone asked the Outrunners, "You're the youngest and tannest men alive. Are you worried about melanoma?" And they said, "You get melanoma on the outside to protect the inside."
What?
Like an expressly puzzlement bordered by an alarm.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Hey, look, it's my shit. Look, guys, it's my big dumb shit. Oh wow, I don't actually. Is that tiny? Spin. Is that tiny on screen, or is that just because my screen is so tiny?
That is.
It's small, but it's fine.
Centered
Not
and
large,
small.
but I don't know if I'd call it tiny.
Okay. Well,
it goes spin.
There, that's actually a decent size.
It does go spin.
It's a cicada?
That is my cicada. I just re-released that today. It was out. By the way, Grimos, if you already bought this, because I'm pretty sure Grimos did, then you get the update I just tacked it on. It's not a new thing.
So, do you only have your cicada up to sell on your site once every 7 years?
17.
Oh, okay.
So the previous model of the cicada is still in that download. It is made in the style of the OG cicada. That is to say, no pelvis, no torso twist. I decided I was
PPC
tired of it.
cicada, best cicada.
Well, in this pack, there are 2. Actually, no, there are 3 PPC cicadas in this pack, where there's the base. There's one with an ER PPC, there's one with a snub nose PPC, and there's one with a heavy PPC. So that's the 2A, the 3F, the 3P, the 3M, and the 3MA.
The image that's sneaking up to your rear torso. Ugh.
As fast as they fucking are, that's terrifying. 113
So-
kph. Hey, by the way, here's a heavy PPC in the ass.
Hey, Parallax. Do you know why mech warriors go to the bathroom before they get in their mechs? So they
Because-
don't have to hold their PPC.
Because it burns when they PPC.
Oh.
Well,
Wah,
yes,
wah.
but I'm doing a version that I can tell my kids.
For the record, Falkenstein is correct. All versions, all canonical versions of the cicada, there's nothing in the arms. Mine has nothing in the arms. It's not supposed to. Like, the arms are just there. No,
It doesn't
no,
have hands.
it doesn't.
Fucking point.
It doesn't have
What?
hands. It doesn't have lower arm actuators. It has nothing. The arms are just there.
So it can just spin its arms in like
Do nothing.
panicked response,
Yeah.
like Zoidberg or something.
Exactly.
They have lights on them for raving, I guess.
I mean,
Stick
that's
some
good
flags
enough.
in the end to do semaphore.
Perfect. Perfect. Thunderclap says arms are a blade of armor for the side torsos. You know, you're not wrong. Also, the legs are dumb. Just so we're clear on that, the way that the legs are articulated is nonsensical, but I made them the way that they are made. Oh, I will also say, while the original model, the old school metal Raupartha, Iron Wind, cicada models did actually have the lasers in the arms, I can now confirm the CGL one does not.
Nice.
I'm just looking. It's like, why do you want to have 2 knee joints, especially that close to each other?
Well, it's not even that. It's, you know, if they weren't arranged in the way they are, I could see it. But the fact that they are is just fucking weird.
I
Yep.
think it still just counts as one upper leg actuator.
I think you're right. Okay.
Do cicadas like trip a lot when you move them up to speed?
Yes. I don't know. Sure, why not?
Okay.
This is my not a cult priest. This came from Loot Studios, launched a series of Call of Cthulhu-esque minis about a month ago that are actually made in cooperation with the publisher of the Arkham Horror games.
Here, Susie, hold the Necronomicon.
Exactly. And they were launched with... I'm still trying to figure out why there is now an Arkham Horror RPG when Call of Cthulhu exists. But in any event, it's a thing. They released 3 different sets. This was the free one. That was like, hey, here's the sample. I was not in a position where I wanted to spend $30 on a set of minis I wanted 1 or 2 out of. So...
I will say, for something called Call of Cthulhu, it was ridiculously focused on Dagon.
Yeah, that's true. But
Well, that's
considering
because-
Dagon was a priest of Cthulhu.
That's because Dagon was receiving the collect Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, I see. You've also seen that episode of The Real Ghostbusters. I think we've heard her.
I think before the meetup, I really do need to learn the Battle Hymn of the Republic, I Thetaga Thetaga Cthulhu. It's rather fun.
I know I've heard it. It was kind of...
Big squid hair lies a sleeping at the bottom of the sea, and it goes on.
I know I sent this to Psydoc. I don't know if I sent it to you, Ether, but it was at the time we were talking about that.
Oh, yes. I have not watched that yet.
You need
should I
to.
subject myself to that right now?
Yes, you should.
All right, I'll be right back.
It is the song is called "Hey There Cthulhu," set to the melody of "Hey There
Hey there,
Delilah."
Delilah. Oh man,
It's amazing.
I don't think I loathe the song nearly as much as Mad Ducks does, but
Psyduck,
I know
yeah.
it's not something I'm a fan. Oh, it's Psyduck, but I know it's not something I'm a fan of. But sure, I'll go through this real quick.
You know, everybody keeps calling this the Frieza Orion, and just
Because it is.
heavy sigh.
Let me tell you a secret, Vegeta. This isn't even your final form. How did you know?
God, they even call it a filk.
They do. But this is the one that we started last week on stream, and I finished it up over the weekend, so it paints up nicely. And again, this is the loadout of Kerensky's Orion. And again, this is in the fucking pack that I put up last week. So if you were interested, it's there.
That's
With the Gauss rifle and the snubby, and oh, it's so good.
that is a
Terrifying.
badass Orion.
And the promise to turn into a fourth form and try and take over the galaxy.
Well, I haven't made Golden Orion or Black Orion yet. Here is the
Rosé Orion.
physical model of the cicada I was just showing off.
Nice.
So let me pose this to you while Cthulhu is going through my brain. Do you want me to send you that Orion, or should I send it to either Warlax or Mad Ducks? Both
I'm
are
gonna
on
tell you to send it to Warlax or Mad Ducks because as much as I want as many Orions as I can get, I am now capable of printing all of my own, and I'm happy with them, and I'm willing to let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
Is this a big McLarge Orion?
No.
It's the regular Orion from. I got another one in a salvage box, and I already got one with the set. So it's kind of I should, since I'm kind of sharing the wealth on this Kickstarter. I'm sending Warlax my what is it, the
The
60
Mad Cat.
centimeter Mad Cat or whatever they're calling it.
Yep.
Mhm.
The museum
and he's
scale.
very excited about that. So
Mine is still sitting on a shelf in the closet next to me. At some point,
well,
I'll
I
do
know
something with
he'll
it.
do something with it, which I wouldn't. It would sit in its box, and it would be a sad thing. He'll paint it up, and he'll love it.
He will.
So
We'll
that's where
make
it should
sure of it. Anyway, is that the last thing I have? That's the last thing I have. Now we go to camera, and I can get some of my screen real estate back. Camera. That's not camera. That's camera.
You know,
Hey.
we didn't do as good as we could have.
I mean, it's 20 till 10. You did fine. Pens by Design mi@gmail.com. Apparently, it's still up. But there you go, everybody. Get a
I
pen.
unfortunately dropped my defenses by listening to this Hey There Cthulhu, and it is still going. It is a longer filk than I ever anticipated.
But it's so good. It's
If
so
you need
good.
to replace it with a
Mad
different
Ducks-
earworm, might I suggest Wrestling Star?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I have finished my drank. What should I make next? Sazerac or an old fashioned?
Wait, Mad Ducks-
that's a tough one.
Mad Ducks asked if you're not going to share his creation.
Okay, give me a minute. I have to get it pulled up out of Discord.
My creation. Is it real?
My creation.
Oh, it's wonderful.
From
I
my
just
heart,
want
and from my
everybody to
hand.
know-
Why don't people understand?
My intentions. That was Oingo Boingo, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I only know it was the theme for the show, which then got me to watch the movie. Which I think is the backwards way of doing it, but hey.
You'd think that was weird science, and it was Oingo. Yes, it's Oingo Boingo, which means that song was written by Danny Elfman.
Nice.
That is still just so fucking weird to me that that was Danny Elfman's band. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to play this. You guys aren't going to be able to hear it unless you turn on your Twitch streams.
Already there.
This isn't my fault.
Do it.
Mad Ducks reminded us and is not going to let me not do this, so... Also, it's Housecar's fault.
Oh my.
It's an 8-bit cup of liberty. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but it's farts. And it's really, really low farts.
And the whole thing is because the next war bond is the toxic gas war bond.
Yep.
With pull my finger emote. I can't wait.
I know,
That's
right?
true. It's true. That's the thing. Oh man. Where is this music from? Gilly Monster, that is a rendition of the theme to Helldivers 2. Cup of
The song's actual name is A
The
Cup of Liberty.
Yes. So I will quickly play a short snippet of that.
Which the fan songs are actually really on point for Helldiver. Look up Into Hell We Dive or At Malevelon Creek. Both are done in the theme of Sabaton.
Nice. Okay. All right. What am I going to paint this week?
What you got on cue? Like, I
Well-
see a couple of primer things. Why?
Well,
what's
what
the
I
thumb?
have primed up right now is these two are prints from White Rook Studios of the Thunderbolt 9 series. This is the CGL Cicada.
You said Thunderbolt. I'm immediately going to vote for the Thunderbolt, but
Well, I also have Rook's Caesar here.
There is a call in chat for Furban Mech. I clearly had nothing to do with this.
I mean, is there an STL of a urban mech?
Not only did I
Furban
make
mech?
an
Sorry.
urban mech, I made the fucking Furban mech.
I have the Furban Mech.
You
It's
do.
on my
I mean,
shelf
I gotta
behind me.
vote on that. Jesus Christ, that's horrendous and amazing.
Isn't it?
So I guess
It's
I'm
such
doing
an
the Furban
excellent
mech
rendition
again.
of my
I mean,
heart.
Again?
Apparently.
Question mark?
I'm still
I've done
voting for
one,
the
and I
Thunderbolt.
sent it to Red.
Yep.
God.
Then perhaps we should do something else. I just was unaware that it had been done.
Oh no, that it's been a few months, and chat is losing its fucking mind over the potential of doing the fucking Furban mech.
I mean, I'm still voting for the Thunderbolt, but that's because I'm always going to go Thunderbolt.
Then I
So
will.
why does the Furban mech have Beaker's hair?
Red.
Because I am a terrible person, and
It has a
somebody
tail,
gave
too.
me a prompt to draw, and I drew ridiculous things. And the nice thing is that the STL and then the lovely print that Parallax has done is only about 50% of the true horror of
It's
the
true.
Furban mech.
It's true.
Because the
responsible for
original
that? I thought
art,
that was
he
Crispy's
extends for
thing.
miles with hundreds of horrible little clanking legs.
It was a fucking living nightmare.
Thank you for the bits, Vector.
So I toned it down a little bit. So it has an
Oh, but that's
AC20
right.
and
I
an
should
AC10.
do my part.
I'm
I
doing
think
my
the full-
part.
I think the full thing cannot exist in reality,
I
otherwise
mean,
everything
it
would be great.
probably could, but it would be a very involved print.
Yeah.
Okay, Ether, what color should it be? It's got a base of blue on it, but I can do whatever. Or should we randomize the selection?
Let's go with the poster I'm sending to your
Oh, no.
dear Halzakar. So we're going. It's not Donegal. That's actually McCarran's light armored cavalry. So it's the blue and the
The
orange.
blue and yellow.
Or not blue and the orange. Blue and yellow.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, I have. Give me just a minute to grab a reference on that. I have one of those sitting handy.
Because I was calling that Donegal until I realized, wait, that's McCarran's on the dropship. Hold on, what is this? And then looking it up, I found that that was McCarran's Second Armored Cavalry. That is the poster
Mac.
that came with Kickstarter.
So that is the Marauder 2 Big Mac. I guess we're doing Furban Mech Big Mac. Oh.
I mean, you're already primed for it.
Yeah.
Just do some highlighting on the blue and
Oh, we'll probably tone back the blue a little bit, but okay, I know how to do this. I know what to do. We're gonna start.
It worries me that if I disappeared tomorrow, I'd probably be known for 3 things in this community. 1, hunch nuts. 2, Furban Mech. 3, wrestling star. That's my legacy.
People change.
I mean-
Wrestle Star.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wished when I was watching the Beeple Chan thing of like, man, I want a Kirby crossover of this.
You're not the first to say that.
Isn't that terrifying? Oh Lord.
I mean, you said it. I have to say it properly. Hunch nuts.
I hate this. I hate everything about this.
Oh God.
Look,
You
you're the
absolutely should, Cookie. You absolutely should.
Oh God, what is Cookie doing?
She wants to put wrestling star as her ringtone.
Is that the name of Beeple Chan song?
Yes.
It is.
That's amazing.
Give me just a moment. I'm looking for stuff. And I'm scrolling back really fucking far. I think I've gone too far.
Hunch Nuts Mercury is literally where my engagement with the community started. It was the first thing I did, and it's still going. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Okay, here's what's gonna
You
happen.
didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the net's been churning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I do like Mercury Alpha's. I do like Mercury Alpha's statement of apply hunch nuts directly to clanner cockpit. that is absolutely.
Oh, are we doing this now?
Oh no.
Tiny fist, pack a punch, gonna win this match. Crowd cheers loud and proud.
You know, it always strikes me. A new viewer could pop into this stream at any time, and this is what they're gonna say. Swag finger.
I edited this so well for little moments to match up.
We did great. Oh, look at that parallax. One just did.
Oh, welcome to WBPL 76. You've made a series of decisions in your life that have led you here. I'm sorry.
Why are you here?
I gotta say, I really do appreciate how in the pictures of Beeple Chan, she is shown as muscular and built, not just a little pixie.
So the thing with that is when I started doing art for the wrestlers for WBPLW, I wanted to draw everyone shredded and ripped and exaggerated and over the top because that's the energy.
Yeah. But you nailed it. Congratulations. Yeah, my hat is off.
I also love the triangle choke. Beeple Chan doing the triangle choke with the kawaii.
So all of the chibis were not done by me. Those were done by my sister-in-law, who you will sometimes see in chat, called Paladin Rose, and she is an amazing artist and also works for NASA. So, you know, multi-talented.
I know some people
Damn.
that do that.
Hey, Gilly Monster is correct. Women wrestlers in Japan are... It's also known as Joshi. They do more hard-hitting and scary-looking stuff than the men do. Like, anywhere in the world. Some
Even
of their
Murder
stuff
Grandpa?
is- Murder Grandpa works with them sometimes.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But, you know, they'll do like a power bomb or something, and it's not just like they do one. They fold you in half with it. So it's...
Baka!
They not even kid, like it is. I've watched some of it and gone, Oh Lord, you get more religious watching Joshi sometimes. You go, oh God.
Baka.
Oh, it's got the texture down the back.
Yep, because it's furry. Now, I did not necessarily do a great job with that. At some point, I'll go back and... I'm really about to say this. I'm going to go back and do it again, aren't I? Yeah. As I'm learning more about how to do this, I will probably go back and fucking revamp fucking Furbin Mech.
Wait till the end of the year because I am planning on redrawing Furban Mech
Oh,
in
no.
December.
Oh,
So you
no.
might have something better to work with.
Okay, that's fine.
fact
That's
You all are working on revisiting the horror that is Furbin Mech is.
Yeah.
Listen, Furbin Mech is available as an STL on my cults page. I don't make any money off of this thing. I put it up for free. And I think it is.
Furban Mech Lamb is a possibility.
Why would you do this to me?
God.
Why would you do
Why
this to me?
wouldn't I? Why would I not?
Because I have to figure out how the fuck to make that work.
Cookie, no.
What has she done?
Santar Mech win.
I won't have time this December if I'm going to do any more studies on my art course. I want to.
No,
No.
just
I could just jump straight to term 7 and then use that as my project piece because term 7 is mecha work.
Ooh.
And you don't want to just drop one of the several mechs you've done and be like, boom, what you
If
got?
I was sensible, my coursework for term 7 would be, boom, here is the Marauder I did for Exemplus. Look at this amazing piece of art I did. But
Here's the
no.
Orion for
Santar Mech.
Oh God. Okay, so if you do
Needs
Santar,
to know, what are you lightening that up with?
that is Vallejo model color ivory, and I'm doing that
Oh, all
because
right.
I want to be rid of that. Because it is an off-white paint that I have, and it is probably the least good of the off-white paints I have, which is why I only use it for dry brushing.
I mean, I don't think I've ever put Vallejo Air into an airbrush.
This-
I've always just used it as an ink.
I have used it through the airbrush, and I mean, it works. I can't argue. It works. It obviously it's supposed to. So, okay. What was it? But I think I really only do it for grays and whites at this point. I use the inks for almost everything else. Okay, yes, that's what I was doing. I was going to put a blue contrast paint over that real quick to...
What airbrush do you use?
I have a Badger 105 Patriot.
Okay, good. Because
It's not at all
as someone who
Eclipse.
used to sell airbrushes, I hated when people wanted Iwatas. Because Iwatas, I could never get parts for. If your Iwata jammed up, I sold you another Iwata. Badger, Aztec, a couple of the Patriot, the other brands, I could actually get parts for. Iwata, nope.
You see, I'm happy with my 105. I have thought a few times actually about buying a second one, but that is definitely a nice to have, not a need to have. Just to be able to have one that's set up on a medium and one that's set up on an extra fine.
Yes, if I'm redoing the Furban Mech, that is in fact Furban Renewal.
Womp womp.
You're gonna gentrify the Furban?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
If you're really lucky, I might give all of his horrible little clickety-clankety legs high heels.
Why are you doing this to me?
And then you have to paint the bottom of them red, so they're oh god, what's that brand?
Are those Jimmy Choo?
The
I don't
problem
know.
here is at some point somebody told me I could draw whatever I wanted. I could have a blank canvas and put whatever I wanted on it. And I'm going to abuse that power.
You're a monster, Zorg.
It's not abuse, it's simply exploration of your artist's expression.
I don't know. Some of this sounds abusive.
It's not a phase, Mom. Please
You
don't.
guys don't get to see my edgy work. I think I've only ever shared one of my edgy pieces. But when I'm not doing BPL and Orcs adjacent stuff. I like a bit of edgy. I draw some ridiculous. It's not a phase. I'm still doing it.
I am terrified to ask you to define edgy, so I think I'm not going to.
I
am
can
not-
I
if
believe
you
you just
want.
did.
Nope. I am just memory dumping the last 15 seconds.
Hausakar is needing to remember exactly what's going on here, so enlighten Hausakar.
Nope.
I still need to know what drank I'm mixing now that the Singapore Sling is gone.
Oh, okay. You
Something
are
really strong.
The Singapore Sling was wow. As I slur my
Sling.
speech, the Singapore Sling was plenty strong.
So my answer to that question then is, are you familiar with I believe it's called Bourbon Rocks? That's a pretty strong one.
I'm a little low on my bourbon. That I would actually prefer to make a cocktail that I could thin it out with
Wait.
and not kill my bourbon.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Now
Now I have to ask.
I can't say
I
as
have
I've
to-
actually had a Sazerac.
Let me ask you a question here, Ether.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
What's the difference between a Singapore swing and a Singapore sex swing?
One is a thing you buy on Amazon and regret later. The other one is gin, Benedictine, Luxardo cherry, and some Contro.
See, here I
With,
was trying to set you up for a new mixture, and
Singapore Sex Sling. What's it got in it? Tequila. No, I'm
I mean,
sorry. It doesn't have tequila.
That's the thing. The Singapore Sling is such a weird cocktail. Like, the reason I mean, that's actually how I got into like mixology. Is my wife bitching about like she went to Vegas and tried to order from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas the Singapore Sling, and only like one bartender at the Bellagio actually like, oh yeah, I know that, and mixed it for her.
Well, you see,
And
that's
then, like,
that's because at the time George Clooney was robbing.
But I was like, yeah, I could do that. Oh, hey, this is kind of fun. And yeah.
Okay, that's a great
Habit
chat
form.
message. Bourbon Rock, the follow-up series to Fraggle Rock, when all the Fraggles are grown and weighed down by life's struggles.
Too fucking
Not
real.
wrong.
Too fucking real. Okay,
they're
Hal,
making,
we are
they're making drinks out of the radishes they stole.
So a Sazerac
Radish
is I wash
vodka.
the glass with
Oh.
absinthe and then
Yeah.
use rye, simple syrup, and a little bit of lemon juice.
Okay, my answer to the question then would be that you can't ever go wrong with an old fashioned.
All right, old fashioned it is.
That is my dear darling's favorite. And she has made some for me, and they have been very nice.
I mean, I cheat on my old fashioned that I go half rye, half bourbon, which most people would say is sacrilege, but it generally pleases most of the crowd.
I am not going to tell her that you do that.
I will. Don't worry about it.
I might suffer, like, I might catch strays out of that.
Why are you out catching cats?
Hey, I had Tom asking me for the recipe for my fucking old fashioned, so I'm damn proud of this drink.
Fair enough. Does that if it's not a straight up old fashioned, does that make it nostalgia goggles or what?
You know,
It's just a
nostalgia
variant. I
goggles
mean, like,
ain't a
people
bad
make a
name.
quote unquote new fashion that goddamn just an old fashioned with different fucking boozes.
I was kind of trying to angle for calling it nostalgia goggles, but
It's not a bad name.
Shaken or stirred?
Hal, is it shaken or stirred?
Whichever one will make it more expensive if it's nostalgia goggles.
Yeah, generally
So it's stirred
nostalgia
then.
stirs within you. So
Well, also
Alright.
that means it's not watered down. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shaking, you definitely lose a lot more ice to the cocktail.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is that nostalgia stirs something within you, and that's why you have good feels.
this is going to punish me. Either
What's
this
pushing
paint is too thick and I need to thin it in the bottle, or there's a clog in this. And in either case, if I squeeze this bottle too hard, it's going to explode.
Oh, what was the problem again? Hit me?
Paint's too girthy.
This
On
is
this episode of the new Marik Workshop, Parallax paints himself blue.
Oh,
that has
okay. So
happened.
you whitened it up, and now you're going to go back to blue. Gotcha. That's why I was
Actually,
confused.
that one right now is drying. This is for the Thunderbolt. So I've got the Furban Mech.
Confirmed.
The Furban Mech, I dry brushed the off-white over it, and then I applied a Cloudburst Blue speed paint over it, again to darken it back down but leave the highlights, because the McCarran's blue is actually kind of a darker blue than what I had on it. And then I'll go back and I'll lay down my base coats for the yellow, which
I mean,
will
I'm
be
the
pink.
idiot who looked at McCarran's and was like, "Oh, that's Donegal Guard."
Donegal Guard has no yellow.
No, it does. It has highlights in yellow.
Maybe one regiment of it does, but primarily it's straight blue. There might be a little
Okay,
bit.
granted, I learned that from Mech Commander, so yeah.
Okay. And if you're a real glutton for punishment, you can then put Celtic knots on it, because I've done that a few times, and I don't recommend
God, why?
it. I liked the look of it, but it was also a tremendous pain in the ass.
Print your slide decal transfers. Jesus.
Sir, on a surface like this, it is not flat enough to apply a decal.
You use the right
All right, guys.
solvents and you can get...
Get ready. It's time. Us or
It's time
ain't.
to play a
We're
game
gonna-
of Us or Ain't. Ether, are you familiar with Us or Ain't?
Of course I'm up, sir, ain't. I have lost and gained millions of goob on
Excellent.
Us, Ain't.
Excellent. It is time to take part in an Us.
Wait, does that
or
mean
Ain't.
I count this time, though?
This time
Because,
you
like,
count, you're here.
I have like
yes.
6 quotes, which is not a vast thing when you look at 5,000.
When
But
you look at
hey,
Squick, yeah.
Yeah, but you're still going to be on the side of us this time. So
hey, I have quote 545, which is an interesting AK cartridge, so I will stick with that.
Excellent.
here we go. Prediction is started.
Yeah.
We're gonna have is it us? Is it ain't? Us is the people that are typically on this show, plus Pandora Pirate Radio,
Bless you.
plus whoever's here right now, versus ain't, which is everybody else. And there is also 877 Cash Grug, where if you
Cash
just
Grog.
if you just want to throw goob into the
goop hole.
into the goob hole in order to make the number go up.
Number go up.
But pro tip, there's going to be a big thing to put goop towards in October. Just so
Let's see, what quotes do I have? I have me horrifying Mav when he used to do horror streams
Yeah.
about being impregnated by a deep ones.
were you part of trying to make him find the cat?
No, I was not. That I was in that stream, but I was not part of that.
I sat in with Mav one time.
I did too.
And it was really more I was really just kind of sitting there criticizing one of the Nemesis characters in Resident Evil. I was like, your plan doesn't make sense and you should feel bad. And he was like, yes, they should feel bad. I was like, you should too, but just
Let's see, when I sat in with him, I went on for like 45 minutes about Krabathoth.
yeah.
And I
we
went
have
on
been there.
so hard about Krabathoth. I think Diggs was on at the time, and Diggs didn't intend to stay on the stream. He tagged me in because he was going to go to bed. And he just stayed in the stream as long as I was there to see how long I could go on about Krabathoth. As it turns out, at the time I could go on a long time about Krabathoth.
Is one of the venerable objects the melted butter?
Krabathoth. Krabathoth the Immortal has come to take all of your boiling water and garlic butter.
Thank you for the bits, Vectron.
For the glory of Krabathoth.
We're almost down on the us or okay. It is time for the quote for us or ain't. Let's see what the quote turns out to be. Is it us? Is it ain't?
Is or ain't.
We're waiting
Time for
because
results of is or ain't.
Waiting to see, cause cookie do the thing.
Cookie doo ding.
Cookie doo
Cookie
ding.
do the thing.
Cookie doo the thing. Quote,
Pip
60-40.
you guys and just started howling because of that.
Oh no, it's a Night Owl quote. Does that count?
Quote, 60-40. If chat riots, then I have to stop playing Persona, and then I get unhap. The Night Owl, Helldivers 2.
Oh,
How
does that count?
Hang on. It was on 5/17. So that was Friday night.
Okay, so
That
that's
would
not
be
us.
That is the ain't.
Okay, Cookie says it's an 8, guys.
Yep, Cookie will be
Womp,
arbiter
womp.
of the ain'tings.
You don't want to argue with Cookie, she'll go get Beeple-chan.
She will.
Oh.
Da 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 da
yeah.
da 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 da.
I understand that Beeple-chan is a wrestling star. That's who she are.
Loud and proud, yeah. Something like that.
Dreamt about that bloody song the other night.
You are being haunted.
I
by
have had
Beeple-chan.
so many DMs from people. Like I thought I had my headphones on at work and I didn't, and now everyone thinks it's a bop. And people telling me I was humming it in the supermarket. People telling me I listened to it on the way home from work. I'm like, why? Why do people like this? Incidentally, if anybody wants Wrestling Star as just the raw audio file, DM me. I have it.
No, we got to put that shit on
Well, what
Spotify.
kind of prank could I do to my wife with that?
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna have to
Well,
put like Kirby into like a wrestling.
Here's
But
what
beware
I haven't
her
made it
power
Kirby.
too.
Aether, you just make that the alarm on her phone in the morning.
Da 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 da.
That'll
The
wake
problem
you
is
right the
since
hell
I
up.
have to be in the lab at 6, I get up at like 4:40 and.
Oh no, that's even better
I'm
because
gone
then
way
you're not
before wife
there.
is up.
You're not there for her to be mad at you.
Yeah,
She
but
has
then
to
I also
stew-
don't get the payoff.
Oh no, she's gonna call your ass.
She typically doesn't. She typically is just mad at me later.
You see, that's the payoff. Is she's been stewing on it all day.
Not worth
So-
it. I love her too much.
Well,
So I'm gonna throw a quote in here because I don't remember what it actually says. I just have a little note here for it.
okay.
Quote 7382. I have no idea what this is or why I'm enjoying it.
Who said that?
It was someone from chat said it during one of my Fire Pro streams. So that could be another way to refer to WBPL 76.
I don't know
Not
why.
wrong.
I don't know what this is or why I enjoy it, but I'm here.
Beware her power too.
Yeah.
Gonna be stuck in your head for days.
Rank is
It
made.
doesn't
You
go
want a picture
away.
of this parallax or nay?
What's that?
Drink is made. You want a picture of this?
Oh,
or nay?
absolutely. Send me a picture.
There is a reason that I will not play that file around my kids
Because-
I will never hear the end
Oh
of it.
God, no! That they will be singing it at you forever. Do not play in front of children. That's danger close.
That
Don't do it.
should be a warning on the file. Like there should be a README with it.
There should. Somebody did say earlier that we failed because we didn't put the lyrics along the bottom like subtitles. We're intending to do that, but if we had, it would not have been ready for this Sunday just gone. So we elected to drop that element.
Well, you see, there's
Thanks for
always
more sparkles.
there's always future possibilities. By the way, I have it on Aiden's authority. Sparkles are fucking hard.
Sparkles are fucking hard. I wish you could have heard him ranting and raving about Sparkles the day that he was working.
We got a little of it through the group chat. It's just
Yeah,
like about
it
every
was
15
way
minutes there was a
funnier.
statement that
Fucking
sparkles
sparkles.
are really hard.
His computer was screaming.
You know, with the rendering, I know how my computer likes to render 3D shit. Like video, it doesn't generally have a problem with, but I never tried rendering animation on my computer before I upgraded it early this year. Looking back, I'm really glad I never tried.
Yeah. Yeah, the sparkles were all done with particle effects, so map had to happen, and then the PC it done scream. Cookie, I'm glad your son had the appropriate appreciation for the nonsense.
Ba, 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 ba.
So, painting nerd in me must know you're coming at this with an orange and going to tone down to the yellow.
In fact, this is more of a pink. This is Bugman's Glow, and for some reason, pink tones work excellent as an undercoat for yellow, and there's some color theory reason for it. I don't know what it is, but it does actually work. Considering that most yellow paints cover like absolute garbage, I'll take whatever
Yellow is
hack
one of
I can.
worst colors to work
Fair.
with. It's horrible digitally as well. I hate yellow. It is a pain. You have to be so specific with the tones. Warm yellows generally look nicer, which is why the pink underbase works well. Slight pink is a warm tone.
There is that. There's also the fact that the pink inherently has some white pigments in it, which is very opaque. So
Yep.
that
Pigment saturation important.
I mean, I'm a black and orange guy, but for some reason I've also always loved like an emerald green, like a neon pink. Like that's always looked really good to me.
well, that's. I hesitate to say that's very cyberpunk, but it feels very cyberpunk. At least very cyberpunk adjacent.
Okay, so
Maybe
you
Toxic
usually
Avenger.
go for black and orange, but what was the other part?
Emerald green with neon pink. Like just like streaks or highlights of neon pink go really well over an emerald green for some reason. I don't know why.
Chat,
It is
What's the
because they
reason?
are contrasting colors, the opposite sides of the color wheel.
now I want chat to come up with the wrong answers only.
It's because emerald green looks great with used bubble gum on it.
There you go. Cover your emeralds with bubble gum. How's the car said it first, everybody?
It makes your emerald jewelry worth more.
That's it. It prevents people from stealing it.
According to Cookie, it's watermelon, which I think it's a little more brighter pink than watermelon. But I see where she's going with that.
Let's see. Okay. Ether was going to send me a picture of a drink. Oh, that's a good-looking drink, Ether.
Oh, you got a dranky drink?
Can we see the drink?
Dang old little drink.
I drank 1 kilo whiskey.
Dang old. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Get up in there. and dang
Get
old
that drink
man.
in there. You won't have some drink.
Man, I'll tell you what, got that dang old light there under it, man. It's gonna fire them photons up in it, man. It'll light it up. I'll tell you what.
Okay, I.E. Geth just about the emerald green with the pink together. He just made a great point. Is that House Liao Barbie?
That is looking good. That is a nice looking
That
drink.
is a nice looking nostalgia goggle.
Look at those. Look at that. Look at that. Now, you corrected me last year. It's not a maraschino cherry. What is it?
Oh God, what the hell is the brand? Let me go through my freaking Amazon orders.
My lovely wife, who does not tend to drink cocktails, says that's a good looking drink.
So it's a hilarious power move that anyone who likes to make cocktails is definitely, if you ever are going to have guests over, buy a bunch of various maraschino cherries and candied cherries and put them on a plate on like a bamboo skewer like that and be like, I'm trying to figure out the best one. Sample these. Everyone thought I was a genius and was loving it. And this was the cherry that was the most highly rated. So that's where I came.
So I have a friend who
Don't lie. You don't have friends.
It's true.
Oh, we only humor you because we have to.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be your
know.
friend, Hals. That's a threat.
Now, look at that. Look at that. One coat of yellow over that pink.
So I had a friend who he would prepare his own cherries to put in drinks.
Oh, Ken Fruit.
Yeah. He would put it in vodka in
Oh, he wouldn't put it in
fridge or
vodka,
freeze.
Hal. That was
You're right. It
Everclear.
was an Everclear, and leave it that way for 6 to 8 months.
This
And
wasn't
so-
just making boozy cherries. He would leave it in there long enough that all of the alcohol soluble stuff would actually leave
Yeah.
the cherry. The cherries would be clear.
Yeah, they were translucent
Ew.
cherries. and
That's
and
ridiculous.
he pulled one out, and he's like, "You know what that is?" And I looked at him, and I went, "Cirrhosis." And
A war crime?
he didn't think that was exactly funny, but
I want to try one though.
I do remember at one point he had a jar of them fall out of the freezer, and he was so upset. They hadn't yet turned, clear, and he just looked at them so sadly. He said they were so young. But then
Yeah.
again, we referred to that man as the prime minister of alcohol. So
yeah, that's true. That was
this was a man that would listen to the song "One Bourbon, One Scotch, and One Beer,"
he
which
could do the one
the-
bourbon, one scotch, one beer challenge.
he would
At
keep
one
up
point-
with the
Maybe about a
song.
night on a week.
He at one point in his life he could do it. I don't know if he still can or not. Yes, Carr, we are helping each other unlock the memories as we go is what's happening.
And just so we're clear, this was the George Thorogood version of the song that goes on for fucking ever.
It doesn't go on that long. It's only like 11 minutes.
Compared to the original song, which is like a 3-minute song, it is an absurdly long version.
But you have to the bartender has to start pouring them like 2 songs before that song actually starts, so you're ready.
Look, man, come down here.
Last call for alcohol.
I ain't seen my woman since a week before last.
I messaged my dear darling wife and asked her, I said, the question came up, what is the Barbie dream mech? And the first thing she responded to me with is, the robot that lives in her dream house is called Closet. Can you guess what it is and what it does? And I'm like, rather not. But
Barbie's Magic Dream Mech.
Yeah,
It has to be flash. It has to be flashy, but it can't. It can't be
Flashy
that
as
good.
hell.
It's a Clint.
So, a champion?
Ooh, that's good.
I don't know why, but my brain keeps going back to Grasshopper.
No, Grasshopper's too useful.
Grasshopper's pretty decent.
Well,
yeah, Grasshopper's a good fire support met for your flanks, like it's cavalry.
But the Barbie Dream car was a Corvette.
No, it was a quote-unquote Corvette.
Well, it was a Corvette with the serial numbers filed off, but that's still that's still a legit car. So
I mean, it's a Corvette. So it's a Corvette from like the 80s. So how legit is it?
It's a drag racing car.
I'm judging the C4 Corvette.
Well, okay, here, let's put it this way. It's also the kind of car that the old guy sits in the garage and goes, I still have my Corvette, but my wife won't let me drive it anymore.
So what's wrong with 230 horsepower from a 5.7 liter?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WBPL 76, where we are currently discussing Barbie's Corvette. This is what you're here for.
That's right.
Why are you here?
I mean, I loved the Z commercial that used Barbie, and God, what was the song they used for that?
I don't have any form of television in my house because I'm too cheap to pay for cable, and I don't get over the air, which is weird because
it was funny because it was Ken driving a Z, like the Z300, and
The
he
new
fucking
Z.
picked up Barbie, and she hit. Yeah, well, at the time it was the new Z.
Okay,
That
so
was
it would have been
twin turbo Z.
the 340 or the 380.
No, it was the 300ZX, the twin turbo.
Oh, so this was a 90s one.
Yeah, and it's Ken picking up Barbie, and she leaves her Corvette behind, and it was such a good commercial. I forget what was it. George Thorogood? It might have been Bad to the Bone on that.
You know, I can't talk about old car commercials without dredging up like very weirdly specific commercials. Like the Honda, yeah, it was the Honda Element commercial from the mid-aughts. Like that with the fucking crap. Like that one lives rent-free in my head forever. I pinch.
Funny how commercials do that.
Not all, just like very specific ones. Like I said, I don't sit around most days and think about the fucking Kia hamsters. But I
Party
pinch
rockers in the house and
the fucking I pinch Honda Element commercial. Yeah, that I still do that from time to time. When I say
All right.
time to time, like a couple of times a day.
$5,000. Would you take up a Pontiac Aztek? 0 miles, brand new.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
getting
it's-
ready to
it-
admit something that I'm going. There's going to be. I may be reviled for, but for many years, my wife drove a Buick Rendezvous.
Which was the less goofy version of the Aztek?
Yes, and it was actually a pretty decent car. Weird styling aside.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with the Aztek is everyone is like the styling, but it was a good car actually.
It was, yeah, and it had. I know that people dog on it, but it had fun gimmicks in it.
It had a tent.
Yes, it's weird that the console was a removable cooler, but that's also fun.
Right?
But then also like the as tent or whatever, it's like
Yep.
that sounds nice, but if I'm going to
I
sleep
wonder how many of
somewhere
those
like
actually exist in the wild.
they're not as many as there used to be if regular car reviews is to be believed.
Well, the other thing about that you have to remember is like now that's a fucking thing. Like you can get.
Yeah.
If you go out tomorrow and you say, I'm going to buy myself a 2024 Ford Ranger, you can go out and you can do that. And one of the options is you can get a fucking tent for it.
Oh, like over the bed? Yeah. And like those are actually really nice.
Yeah,
Like
and
I stayed in one
it's
of those
just-
once and I was like, wow, this is better than a pup tent.
I'm just thinking that if I'm going to be sleeping in a car where I have the tailgate open and a tent over it, I'm probably sleeping with the 12 gauge next to me pointed out the tailgate of the car.
I mean,
Because
it,
I feel
you're
very-
higher than the because you're like 3 feet above the tailgate. Like
Yeah.
you're suspended on a little like roll cage, basically.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there are
but
two
you're
different
right where
versions of this. There are two different versions of this tent. One of them is literally a tent that sits down in the bed that just goes over the bed. The other one is the one that sits on kind of the what's the word I'm not superstructures, not the scaffolding
It's
that goes
over the cab.
over
Yeah.
that. So there's two versions of this. So
What
we're
I
quick.
stayed in was the over the cab version, and like it was bigger than any pup tent I'd ever stayed in. Hell, it was bigger than the Costco 6-person tent I'd stayed in, and it was
Wow.
nice. But
Hey, Hal, how much would you have liked to have had one of those when we were LARPing?
God, so much. Oh my God. That would have been. Yeah, I did one of those things once where I set up the tent that was the hammock between two trees with the tarp over it, and ended up sleeping in my car because creatures would just run through the tent all night, and I'm like, I
Critters. Yep.
can't sleep like this. I've seen from chat the recommendation of Barbie having some form of Phoenix Hawk, and you know what? That
Ooh.
seems like a pretty good choice.
Ooh, now I have to think about that. Barbie's Magic Valkyrie? Hmm.
I don't know if there's enough.
Does Barbie drive a cicada?
No, that's no. I'm honestly I'm kind of on board. I'm on board with the Phoenix Hawk idea now.
Hmm.
With done in pink and white. Like I'm
So I'm Falconstein's on my side. Valkyrie, yes. Phoenix Hawk, no.
okay. Nandy is telling
Really?
me that the the Barbie car started as Austin Healey's, became Corvettes, and stayed Corvettes in new models ever since.
Well, here's the thing. I promise you that the latest models are not Corvettes. They might be labeled that way, but they bear
Okay, now I
no
gotta look at
resemblance to a Corvette. Because my daughter has one.
Oh no, that's a Fiat 500.
That is not a dream car. That is
Barbie's
that is-
magic make-do car.
That is Barbie's magic economy car is what that is.
Barbie's magic
Okay.
austerity car.
Reverse the clock 12 years ago when I bought my FRS. I actually did look at the Fiat
He's got an
A-Bar
FRS too.
500. I
Okay.
sold it. I sold it for my I now drive a Ioniq 5N.
Yeah,
But-
you had mentioned that. It's because I think the FRS is about the only sports car that's out there that I could probably comfortably drive.
Okay, I
Because-
went through 3 engines on the bitch. So I'm not sure I can recommend it.
We going to
But-
give me trouble too. That would do it.
Like the Fiat was nice, but like even like brand new, some of the console felt kind of like it was already wearing out. And I was like,
It
I
was
don't
like
know if
buying
I'll
an early aughts Kia.
I mean, that was late aughts when I was looking at it, but
I'm comparing it to an early aughts Kia though, because I don't have experience with the late aughts Kia, but an ex-girlfriend of mine had a 2000 Kia, and oh, that thing was a piece of shit.
well, yeah, the 2000 Kia Rio is probably the most dangerous car I've ever seen. But
Isn't the Kia Rio the only car that's ever existed that had a buy one get one free promotion?
I
Jesus
feel like I'm
Christ.
obligated to point out that the Cybertruck now exists, but please carry on.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Cybertruck, we're not even going to talk about how fucking awful
Okay.
that thing is.
So I work right next to the Numi plant. So like one is actually at my work, and I usually see 2 or 3 in the parking lot every day, and it's just like
Oh no.
I've walked past them, and like every time it's like I can actually identify each individual truck, not by its license plate, but by its panel gaps.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say by his rust pattern.
No,
That
it's
too.
California. They're not rusting.
Yeah, there'd have to be rain.
Yeah, we're in a drought again.
I'm
Wow.
in South Texas. I'm also in a drought. Although this is
I'm
my
in
favorite.
Florida. Please take the wet away. I've had enough.
Send it. I want it. Give it. There
I will
is
put it in a box and send it to you.
excellent. Ether, you'll like this. There is a Cybertruck that drives around the city I live in, and it is the most confusing fucking thing I've ever seen, and I love it so much. They bought a
Do tell.
They bought a Cybertruck, and then they have put badges on the front and back of it, and actually like big chrome letters, like you would see on a real one, just Ford. Just the Ford.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
The blue oval and the big chrome Ford letters, like you would see on the back of an F-150, just all over this thing. It's hilarious.
I have a Cybertruck pre-order, which I have not been refunded on yet. But and
yeah,
I'm
at
not
the
gonna-
time they told you, oh, it'll be $40,000.
exactly. And like, you know, being a city slicker who actually enjoys hunting, I thought it would be great to go onto the Tesla forums and, you know, post a picture of me gutting a deer and then be like, oh, you killed an animal, and then go onto hunting forums and post me, and then it'd be like, why are you in a Cybertruck? What the fuck? And then, you know,
And then it turns out
That
that,
never
the
materialized.
Cybertruck will die if it touches dirt.
dirt, not so much. It's sand and water and,
And-
all the other
and-
shit people have submitted
In
it to.
off-road environments and
Oh, yeah.
uneven
Cybertruck
pavement.
is like azide. You just have to look at it and it wants to explode.
My favorite thing is the stuff that voids the warranty.
I mean,
Literally
if you
anything.
read your warranty on like most Teslas, like putting a wrap on it voids your warranty. It's like,
Ether,
wow.
exposure to sunlight voids the warranty on the Cybertruck.
Balls. Well, I didn't end up with one. I bought an electric car that was, from Hyundai. So
You bought an electric car that you could get serviced that didn't have panel gaps you could fit your hand into? That was probably a good move.
exactly, 641 horsepower.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous amounts of horsepower of a Hyundai. Sure. From a company that knows how to make cars.
Yep.
It's just
And
one.
built it up as the ground as like, don't buy the Volkswagens. Jesus Christ, they were like, let's cram an electric motor into our Golf and it'll handle the same. No.
Yeah, you'll notice that a lot of the American companies that are making electric cars now we're making this car electric first, and then maybe you can get a gas engine in it. They're not going the other way.
Oh God, the Square is not wrong. The Cybertruck looks like one of Tex and Depp's automaton creations. Ugh.
I don't think it's. I think the automation vehicles look better than that. I'm pretty sure that they just stole like the mesh for the Bradley out of the Half-Life 1 engine.
See, when it was supposed to be a monocoque that was made of that steel, it made sense. Now that it's just a chassis they're putting onto that, which is not solid stainless steel, it doesn't make any sense. It's on an aluminum chassis, for crying out.
Look, the best thing that from the times I've seen a Cybertruck, they just look like designing a worse version of a truck. That is my takeaway from seeing the damn thing. It's like, oh, this is a truck. It's supposed to have these utility factors to it. What if we technically had them but found a way to make all of them worse?
Okay,
To the point where it's not even as competent as a car.
having to commute with the damn things all over the place. Like their brake light bar that's red all the time, and then when they're actually braking, turns into two little squares on the corners. It's fucking hard to tell when those fuckers are braking.
I still remember seeing the Instagram reel. Someone responding to a Cybertruck owner and be like, "Oh, it's not a real truck. I'm going to go do real truck stuff today." And like the person responding, "Oh, are you going to take out your wheel truck to do wheel truck stuff? You got 2 bags of peat moss and a case of water in it? What a big boy truck thing to do that I certainly can't do in my Toyota Corolla."
Well, that's why I wanted to do gutting a deer in it, because you wouldn't do that in a fucking bed with a Toyota Corolla.
I mean, that depends on how old the Corolla is.
Or no, it doesn't depend on the age. It's about how much you do or don't give a shit about it.
There you go.
I think one of my favorite images I've seen of the Cybertruck was a dude who pulled up to a store to pick up some lumber for a project or whatever, loaded it into the bed, drove 500 meters down the road, and it all just slid out.
Yeah, that tracks.
I mean, that's partially on them for bad load,
It's partially on them because, yeah, they should have secured it properly, but it's also that the shape of the truck bed is just not practical.
No.
A decently designed vehicle should be form meets function, not form ruins all functionality.
My favorite thing so far that I've seen. This is not like, I know I've probably said that a few times now, but this is really my favorite one, is the YouTuber that got a hold of one specifically to do a little bit of over-the-top testing on it. And the truck...
McFarlane.
Yeah. The truck did not make it past what happens if I slam the doors. Because if you slam the door, you break the truck.
Yep.
Red, you mentioned the needs to combine form and function. I just had this idea in my head. Someone from Tesla trying to do this as a good idea. It's like, no. We built in the feature that the truck bed slants downward from the front of the truck to the back, so it's easier to get stuff out.
Easy unloading on the highway.
Saying that with a straight face.
It's just some dude that actually works for Chevy was in the room and he said that out loud and then ran out and nobody checked to see who said it. Guys, what if we put unvarnished stainless steel down on it? What if it wasn't really stainless steel? What if it rusted in the rain? Excellent.
Well, have you seen the dudes who have gone over and put polishing compound in a wheel onto that?
No.
Holy fuck. There are mirrored Cybertrucks driving out there, which
That
is like,
is fucking
oh.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
mean, having the thing on the road in the first place is dangerous. But yeah,
Yes.
why not? Add even more danger. What screw everybody else, I guess.
Now, I feel like somebody could listen to this stream that's ostensibly about painting miniatures and come away with the idea that we're just hating on electric vehicles. I want to say real quick, I don't have
own
any
one.
problem with it. Ether owns one. I'd be perfectly happy to have, like, one of the things I think would be amazing would be inexpensive, compact truck that's all electric. Since I'm only going to be using it around town anyway, range anxiety won't be an issue. That'd be great. I'd be thrilled to have that. No, we're shitting on Tesla.
And have an electric vehicle.
I don't
Charging is available.
I frankly don't care if your car is electric or not. I don't care. Are you happy with that? That's fine. I'm having fun dunking on the Cybertruck. By the way, the place where I have most commonly seen Cybertrucks,
The side of the road?
drive-through. No, the McDonald's drive-through.
Ooh.
And not doing a great job at it either.
I'm doing weird
Well, the
twerk things
hilarious
with my
thing-
Cybertruck, like getting lunch for the work site.
By the way, I asked my dear darling Nandy about. I sent her pictures of
Pictures of the
some mechs and say
Cybertruck.
which do you think would be the Barbie dream mech? And she agreed with the stuff I sent. She agreed with the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
So,
My first experience with a Cybertruck was
Big,
this
strong
Target up in
Cybertruck.
Fremont that is near the Numi plant where they do actually manufacture them. There's free charging for an hour there, which the Teslas have to use a coupler for, or whatever. Most of us who have the normal charging plug can just plug in. Was watching with the all-wheel steering a Cybertruck trying to back in to get the free charging, and like on his 9th attempt, I was just like, "Damn, are you sure you should be driving a truck, bro?"
And then you learned more. It's like, oh, it probably wasn't the dude.
Well, that was the thing, is I was standing there watching because it was amusing, just watching the rear wheels turn out on him and be like, "Oh, he's gonna miss again." Yep.
they have backup cameras, right?
Yeah,
They have
legally they
backup
must.
cameras, they have automatic driving and all that. Well, actually, I don't think the Cybertruck. I think that you can pay 10 grand for it, but you don't actually get self-driving? Question mark.
Sounds about right. That sounds
I
like
didn't
something
pay-
Tesla would do.
I didn't click for that on my deposit, but I'm pretty much considering my deposit that's $100 that I just wiped my ass with. It's gone, but
But think of all the fun you've had with that $100. It's hard to buy that kind of entertainment.
fair.
I
But
mean,
that was during the launch event, so I can only image someone who didn't pre-order during the launch event, like how long they're gonna have to wait for this.
I just don't have any use for it. I honestly, I don't have any use for a great big truck.
I mean, again, I was buying it to shitpost, and I'm
Yes.
glad
Which is
I
the
won't
best
actually be
reason.
cashing in on it.
This is the best
For-
reason to buy anything
for-
is a shit post.
I mean,
And when I was going to be spending, what was it, like 38K for it? Sure, why not?
Shit post
Now
the
it's
shit
like,
out of this.
No, now they want like 60K for that. Fuck that.
they only want 60? I thought it was even higher than that.
That would be for the single motor, blah blah blah.
That they're not
basic
actually
Cybertruck.
making.
Correct. The 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, which is still nice, but fuck, I've
Look,
gotten
man.
a 2.9 in my N.
Look, man.
But
when it
beware her
comes to a
power
truck-
too.
When it comes to a truck, here's what I want. I want the kind of truck that sits on a plinth in the Top Gear studio that Slash stands on top of and plays guitar. Like, that's the kind of truck that I want.
Yes, the standard measurement of truckworthiness has Slash stood on it and played guitar.
I mean, it's not a bad metric.
It's not the worst metric I've ever heard.
And the worst metric I've ever heard was, did Elon throw a metal ball at it?
He threw the freaking brick at it. It's like, you see, these don't break. And the damn thing shattered immediately at the media event.
It's so good.
I mean, the ball didn't get through, which is kind of alarming, because if you're in a Cybertruck that is upside down and on fire and someone tries to break your window to get you out...
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a fun time.
Bye.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you. Okay. So I've got the base colors down on this thing. I need to go back and put in the grays on the mechanical bits. Red, what color is its mane? I know in the original art it's rainbow, but for
Yes,
a big...
in the original art, I was forced by chat at gunpoint, as I always am, because as we all know, I'm completely innocent, to paint it
Wait, you
Lisa
have an
Frank
art stream?
colours.
It must be.
I
the time
don't have an
watching
art
it.
stream. What I do is on Iden's stream, is before this
Oh,
one.
gotcha. The polls.
Yeah,
yes.
I take
You
all
know,
the polls and do stuff from there.
I'm
So
gonna
it's all
ask...
chat's fault, it's not mine.
I'm gonna ask a
lurk and
question.
snark in his stream, so sorry.
Go on, ask a question.
Why don't you have an art stream?
Because the way that I do art is not at all enjoyable to watch in the slightest.
I need you
because
to remember, I'm not doing much painting here.
Yeah, but like, you look at
True.
like Crispy, who farts out like 3 things in a stream, which is impressive.
Yeah,
because
or
they are of quality,
Striker, who
And
has,
they're-
you know, the way
Well,
Striker approaches his, and you get to see what's going on. With
Got
mine, if
non-
I did an art stream, all you're going to see is me going, no, that line's not right, taking it out, redoing it about 15 times until it's correct, while zoomed in on one line, and you not see the whole piece.
I'll watch it.
Madam Red, if I could, Striker is refusing to take payment for me for the like character or the avatar he's making for me. How would you suggest I actually compensate him since he's refusing?
Oh, I know how to do this. I know how to make this happen. I know how
I
to
have
make
my
him...
own solution, but we'll go with yours first. What's your solution?
Tell Tex he's refusing to take payment for his hard work.
Ooh, no, I don't
That's
want to get him
definitely
in
one
trouble.
way to do it.
That is.
The other way to do it is to
I did that to
employ a
Lou at
different
one
art-
point.
The other way to do it is to employ a different artist to make a piece of thank you art for them, and you pay that artist instead.
Ooh. Self-serving
Interesting.
and practical.
Because he's put like 4 streams into that now, so I'm feeling really guilty in that I have not compensated him at all for that.
Yeah,
And
there,
he
there can be a lot of
refuses to accept any.
reasons why artists don't want payment for certain stuff, and that's valid. But at the same time, it's important for clients to be able to say thank you in a way that is meaningful to them. It's all a balance. If he does not want to take money from you, use it to do something else to say thank you.
In my eyes, even a labor of love is still a labor, and you should be compensated for your labor.
This is actually an argument I have with myself every time somebody commissions me to make a mech. And I'm just like, I don't want to charge money for this, but at the same time, like, work went in. Cut rate.
Bacon? That's a good idea. If
Yeah,
he's making the
baked
meetup,
rate's good.
I might just go to fucking Walmart and pick up like 8 pounds of bacon.
No,
Be like, here you go.
Yes.
For Striker,
Yes,
just
do that. If you're going to see him in person, do something to say thank you.
You
Oh,
just, shove something in his hands and go, this is gratitude and a threat.
okay.
but
I
then you're
appreciate
just
you. Do
UV
not
to the meetup.
resist.
extra malort to pay him back.
See,
for-
that's where I feel like I have a Malort debt, is because like people want Malort at the meetup, even though they're like, there is
Yes.
still this undertone of people wanting it there.
The
and I have
reason
found
that
it locally.
The reason that they want it there is because it's a shared experience that they can all have that they know is gonna be amusing. The thing
It's
that
like
worries
telling-
me is
Go.
that 2 people are going to think that, and one of them's going to go, "Oh, I'm going to get that." Maybe the other one won't. But like 24 people are going to think that, and we're going to end up with 12 bottles of Jepsons.
I mean, it's not a far drive, but it's not close either to the meetup to location redacted.
Yeah.
But I have found it local. So it'll probably take me about 2 hours to get it realistically there.
Okay,
And
from location, cardinal direction, which way?
north.
Damn.
It's by the airport.
Damn, I'm the opposite direction.
And I'm willing to pick it up. And I'm actually, even though I'm in one of the meat manors, I'm going to be there a day early and staying in a Roach Motel for a day just to kind of get situated. But I mean, last time I literally just showed up at location redacted and was like, is this the place for BeepleCon? Because I was such a, yielding babe on the range like Precipice of Darkness. But
I played the third version of that.
What's the third version of that?
Rain Slick Precipice of Darkness Part 3.
Oh, I played all 3 of those. They
Yeah.
were awesome. I wish I could play the first 2 again because I liked them more than the third one. But
you are the first person to have ever recognized where I got that quote from.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was the Penny Arcade RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
I
still
hit
want a
people with
colour
a
for the
rake.
Urban Max main, by the way?
Yes, give me a color. I hate
Purple.
that. Purple. Okay, I can do purple.
Purple.
I'm gonna do it with speed paint because I have it handy. Do you want like a lighter purple or a darker purple? Let's try this
Probably
again.
a
Do you want
pink
purple
purple.
or magenta?
Be right back. Wifey just got home.
Perp.
Okay. Meet Jiggler away.
You gonna get that meaty jiggling?
Jiggle that mate. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Just be aware that some people are offended if you jiggle your meat at them.
I need an adult.
I am
I
an
am
adult.
an adult.
No. No, you are not.
so-
None of you are.
Is this technically a Sonic? Or what is this device?
It is this.
Pleased with itself. That's what it is.
It is, in fact, an offset cam with a weight on the opposite side.
Yes, but still someone might consider that to be a Sonic device because it's not actually, it's you going through that, what is it, rubber or neoprene guard to go through it.
But it is like the rubber there makes direct contact with the offset cam. So
We're being raided.
So
Ah!
it's just
meet
a
Jiggler.
Gotcha.
Meet Jiggler. Meet Jiggler for the. Apparently, if you don't push the cover back down, it makes funnier sounds.
Wow.
The most sensible channel on Twitch.
around
Nobody's
here
ever
somewhere.
accused us of sensible.
Yeah, the most sensible channel's around here somewhere.
There we go. Now we'll make it spin. Yeah.
Yay!
Welcome, Raiders. I'm not sure why you've chosen to spend your time with us, but you have, and welcome.
Well,
What?
they haven't chosen. Whoever was hosting their previous stream has, and yeah, they can blame them.
Yeah.
Well,
This is
I
WBTL
don't-
76,
has
a
made a
variety
series of
stream, and
decisions.
right now we're painting shit.
Maybe, kinda, a little bit.
There's paint on the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the person responsible for this is an orc soul. Excellent.
Ah.
Okay. So they knew what they were getting people into. Gotcha.
They did.
Okay. So
Ox strong, yes.
okay. I think that's gonna work. I think that's thin enough that it's not just gonna overpower. Yeah, that'll work.
I believe in you, Parallax. I
I-
mean, you can't make this thing more awful than it already is.
I believe in a thing called love.
It's a Furban mech.
Just listen to the rhythm, my heart. I believe we can make it now. We'll be rocking till the sun goes down. I believe in a thing called love. Guitar.
Which is linking all the things.
Yep.
What?
We're hitting all of the macros real quick.
Somebody hit quote 50 for me then. Quote 50 is the most important quote in the whole batch.
Why are you
It
here?
is.
Yeah.
Nope, that wasn't quite the Mad Dog. Why are you here?
There we go.
See, it's turned into one of those things where you associate a specific phrase with a person, kind of like just the word hello now is inseparable from Crow for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. He has quite the inflection on
The
that.
delivery.
He has his personal way of doing that just hits right for everybody. So
Hello.
Hello. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got it real good.
Okay, what color are its eyes, Ether? What color are its terrible,
Ooh,
terrible eyes?
either a like a burning red or a bright pink. Your choice.
Ooh, I don't have like a bubblegum pink, but I have some bright, bright reds. Okay.
Well, guess it's bright red then.
Okay, well, let's go through the list of reds that I've got. Because I've got some reds that are bold
I mean,
pyro
I'm
red.
looking for like in the dark, piercing your soul red.
Okay, we're going to go with the bright pyro. Well, unless I've got some of my artist paints that are brighter than that. I've got to get into the artist paints now.
I mean, if something you haven't fucked with in a while, by all means, go with that.
Well, I have to check on the palette.
Do you happen to have any good old
Oh, this is perfect.
Cal
This is toxic paint. We'll use this.
Cal 9000 red?
Toxic paint sounds
I'm
perfect.
sorry, Dave.
This is cadmium red.
Yes.
Whoa. Cadmium as in like the oxidation?
Yeah.
God damn.
When I said this is artist paint, this is artist grade heavy body paint. I have tallied up. It's been a while since I've done this, but I have tallied up the value in paint that I have sitting here, and it is depressingly high.
Like, are you gonna have to use an isopropyl thinner?
No,
to
this
deal
is
with
acrylic. This is
Oh
acrylic.
wow. Okay.
But it is the pigment in it is still cadmium.
My wife just totally ate the cherry out of my cocktail because I was not going to touch it, and she is very happy about that.
You got them good cherries.
Yep.
People
she
were
was part of
positing in
that.
chat. Luxor?
No. I'll throw it in again. It is like I can't pronounce this to save my life. Sorry, I'm a functional illiterate, but
Guitar. Damn it, I'm going to have to listen to the darkness after the stream.
Luxor I do use for their liqueur. Like their cherry liqueur is better than any cherry brandy liqueur, and I will substitute that in anywhere that asks for a cherry brandy, but I do not use
Upside
their cherry
parallax.
liqueur.
What?
If you listen to the darkness after stream, you won't have wrestling style stuck in your head.
Well, just for that, Red, after the stream is over, I'm sending you Hey There Cthulhu.
You can do that. Not a problem.
That is so much longer than I was thinking.
Like
and
somebody put effort into that.
Yeah. Oh, it's well articulated. Like they must have put 40 hours into figuring out the lyrics to that.
Easily. Like I feel like I can get away with playing that one on stream because like I'm not sure though, so I'm probably not gonna, but I'm gonna recommend people look it up later because that one is well, it's certainly something. After we get off stream, I will share the screen and play it just so that you can experience it with me. Okay, I'm still not quite happy with those eyes. Let's do a little bit more work refining that shape.
I have to share a thought process I've been mulling over for a day and a half.
What's that?
Oh, do share.
I have on my desk a stack of Battletech and BPL related stickers. And I've been like, I don't know what to do with these. I don't know where to put them. I don't know what the right choice to make is. And then I was sitting here in my chair and I turned and looked and I realized that my gun cabinet is unadorned.
My gun
Nice.
case is absolutely covered in stickers. A lot of them actually are Eldonia stickers. So yeah, that's a good choice.
Okay, that's reasonable. But like putting Magpul or like, Aero Precision stickers on your gun case is
No,
the
that's-
easiest way to have it fucking stolen
Yeah.
out of an airport.
No,
Basic
it-
bitch shit there.
Yeah, that's no. This is my it's my safe. It's
Yeah.
like this is my safe. The people that drive around with Glock and Taurus and Smith and Wesson stickers on their
Particularly here in California.
like they drive around with those on their car. I look at that and go,
Man, I put a Taurus
that's-
sticker on my 96 Hyundai and it's dope as shit.
no, I see Taurus stickers next to Glock stickers all the time.
Oh, well, they were Glock stickers, so clearly that person didn't have any taste to start with.
So,
Hey,
Listen, you can be mad about it, but that's an ugly gun.
oh,
I'm not
ugly,
saying it's
yes.
not functional.
Yes. Okay. All right. We're on the same page then.
but I see that and I'm like, why would you advertise to everybody around you that there's a valuable thing in the car to steal? What is
Right.
wrong with you?
Hey man, let me tell you, I done got my fancy dang old High Point sticker there on my Cadillac, man. I'm gonna tell you what, it's a real thing there, man.
Oh my god, I want to put High Point stickers all over my car now.
Do it. Do
Me,
it.
all car stickers. I've never understood it. You are literally advertising to people, even the simple ones. If you've got, say, you've got like the one mum sticker with the two children,
Yeah,
and then you've got the I love hockey, I love my dogs. Well, congratulations, you've just told a thief that you are a single mum who is often out of the house with two boys attending sports that require quite a lot of equipment, so you've got the capacity to pay for that, and you've also got pedigree dogs.
Okay, now
I
I
will
Your house
give
is
my-
a prime target. Why are you doing this?
I will give my brother-in-law credit because for 20 years now he's had the Tyrannosaurus with the stick figure arm sticking out of its leg or out of its mouth. It says your stick family is delicious.
That one's
Excellent.
completely fine. Carry on.
Okay, let me-
this meets the OPSEC standard.
Okay.
This is approved.
Now, since you're pointing stuff out here, I have to ask. I don't have anything on my car now, but my first car, I adorned it with lots of interesting things. But the two that I remember, the two that were on there the longest, they were actually window clings. One of them was a window cling of Marvel's The Juggernaut, and the other one was Trogdor the Burninator. What's in my car? Exactly. What's in my car, Red?
The problem with that is you have said I am a nerd who collects nerdy things which are easy to resell without any traceability, and I'm willing to put money into my hobbies, including window clings. Potentially, please rob me.
It was a
not
12-year-old Ford Focus.
It wouldn't surprise me though if somebody broke in who knew what they were looking for, hoping for even just something as simple as 40k miniatures. Just nab the case out of the
So-
back and go and sell them.
all right. So
Nerds
here
have
is
easy to shift stuff.
grand total.
Like-
here is what is on my car. Okay,
Do it.
on one
Do
side,
it, dude.
and it's just the emblem. It's the Blue Lantern emblem, and on the other side, it's the Edge Dancer emblem from Stormlight Archive.
I feel like it's the same thing here. Like it's either this guy's really into I don't know, shit, I've lost words. Oh no. Come back to me.
See, I would have thought that the path would have been to look at it and go, "What the hell are those?" 'Cause-
Yeah, if you're not going to attract your sort of career criminals with that sort of thing, but if there's people who are aware of nerd stuff, and that's where you get your cars broken into outside of nerd stores. You're in there playing.
There it is. There it is. I just realized what it was. Somebody's probably going to look at that and think, "Oh, that guy's really into Kabbalah. He's probably got something in there."
I mean, I'll be honest here. Like, the reason that those are the only tanks I sent you is because the other ones were stolen when someone broke into my Camry, stole most of my Flames of War minis, my Swiss boards, longboard, and a couple of 40k stuff when I used to work at the hobby store. And that was in the back of the store, but oof. So yeah, maybe it doesn't pay to advertise.
Psyduck,
I
Psyduck
have
nailed
no
it
stickers
in
on our
chat.
car.
Psyduck, you are on duty tonight, or I would have gotten you in here. What are you doing?
It'd have been a better guess than I am.
No.
Wait, Psyduck plays Tau? Oh.
Psyduck, I don't
mad,
think he
just
plays Tau, but I think he likes Tau.
I'm
Last
not
time
mad,
I
I'm just
bothered looking into
disappointed.
40k, if you played Tau, you didn't play Tau. You just went, yes, I have Tau. And the other guy went, yeah, okay, good match. I'm going to go and play somebody else now.
Fucking weeb.
Hey.
Walk away. Look at this weeb shit. Ugh.
I have a Pip in my face who is demanding to know why Mother has not gone to bed yet.
Well,
The
it's
problem
is
because,
life is
as it
rough.
turns out, we are at the end of the stream. I know
Pip
everyone's
has come to
terribly
tell us.
disappointed.
My take on Tau is it's the periphery of right when Games Workshop turned into Game Retcon and where shit really went off the rails.
That's possible. That's right around the same time that they actually made the Necrons a faction before they gave them personality. So yeah, it's entirely possible.
When they were like, Jesse Goodwin, you've been writing enough stories, but here's the boot, and let's fucking just make money.
Yep. It was in the days when you would get onto the internet and it would be a picture of Satoru Iwata holding a Wii, and the GIF was just money shooting out of the DVD tray, and it spraying it prints money, before the days where it was an Elegoo Mars throwing minis out of it saying it prints minis.
I want to know what Psyduck's guess what is here.
What is it, Psyduck?
I don't know.
What is
I'm
it, Psyduck?
concerned.
Will the Great says if he played 40k, it'd be AdMech.
Pip has put his head right under my chin. Says hello.
Mind-controlled greater good hippies. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Not
yeah.
sold.
So
When
no,
they brought
there
the
isn't
Grey
a
Knights
choice.
back and they were no longer all Terminators, it was the one
Wait, I have to,
hung it up.
Psyduck, I have to do this because you did it. The greater good.
I am the greatest good you are ever going to know.
Crusty Jugglers. Hot Fuzz is one of my all-time favorite movies, so...
Folks, it is 6 after the hour here in the Central Time Zone. Actually, it's probably 6 after the hour wherever you
Wait,
are.
I
didn't name what
survived
the
the
hour
whole
is.
numeric workshop? What the fuck?
I mean, the sacrifice is after we go off the air.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
So do I need to have my arms bound, or are you just going to take my head off normally?
You don't need to bind your arms. You do need to go ahead and start rubbing yourself up with bacon grease.
And you
Ah.
As
may
for the
want-
rest of it, it'll be a surprise.
Let me get the
you-
sous vide warmed up.
You may want to go ahead and swallow your own tongue while you're at it.
No, bacon grease first. Will is informing everyone that warm this or rub this up with bacon grease. I can only assume that we are rubbing up both a splayed hand and an eggplant.
Again, the only reason I stopped in Marik is because I was on my way to Canopus. But, this has just been too much fun.
Well, that's what we do here between fighting with each other, mostly.
The only greater threat to Marik is another Marik. Got it.
Glory to Marik!
Glory to Marik.
We may be the greatest threat to ourselves, but don't get us all on the same side of the table. We'll kick your ass.
I feel like we're heading very strongly into none of us is as dumb as all of us. territory.
Yes, exactly. All right, folks, we're going to call it a night here. Squick is in flavor country, and it's a failed state.
Thank you for having me. This has been a ridiculous amount of fun. I'm glad you invited me. Thank you.
You're very welcome. We're dumb as hell, and I'll probably have you back at some point.
Fair enough. Just hit me up.
All right. Everybody here in
Regular
chat.
kidnappings.
Everybody here in chat, thank you for wasting your time with us. We're dumb as hell, and we're not going to put up with it anymore. Be good to each other. Do good shit. Don't do bad shit. And wait, Psyduck said wait. Wait.
Wait.
He said wait 3 times now.
John Bernthal. Woo!
Please. He says wait, please.
Oh, at least he's asking politely.
Guys,
He's Canadian. It's
guys,
gonna be
we,
that
we
way.
have to wait on what side outcast. What's going on? Teach How's a
No.
Pokemon fact. Oh, you're right. Red. No, Ether. You have to pick a Pokemon fact. Chat, hurry, get us Pokemon facts. Chat.
Good night, everybody.
No,
I'm
we're
going to
doing
bed.
this.
Bye.
We're doing this. Chat, Pokemon facts that are moderately disturbing. Go, go, go,
I'm
go,
not
go.
waiting this long.
Wait, moderately disturbing? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
don't
tame
know many,
ones.
like a Cubone is the most disturbing shit I know.
Okay,
of.
what's the
I mean, I'm sure
disturbing
he
shit
knows-
about a Cubone?
Because it's wearing its fucking, patriarch skull as its fucking face mask.
I think he
already got
has that one.
weird and-
Yeah, he has that
Already
one.
got it.
Yeah, I'm sure he does, but
I
that's the most
presume you've
disturbing
done
thing
the
I know.
whole thing about Hypnos luring kids into the woods to do God knows what to them.
Do you have that one? Because there's a lot of those. Like, I gave him the Drifloon one at one point. The Drifloon one's great.
All right, hang on. Hypnos? Is that HYP?
NOS.
HYPNOS. That the Hypno will use its hypnotic abilities to lure children into the woods, and they are never seen again.
You know, I'm getting more and more why nobody feels bad about having these things fight to the death.
They don't fight to the death in America. That was only in the Japanese Pokemon where his Butterfree died and he had to take responsibility.
Oh, I
Here
like
in America, he
Moe's.
let it go.
I like Moe's. There's an artificially
Moe's brought up a
created
really good one.
Pokemon that evolves after corrupting its hard drive and contracting a computer virus.
Actually, that might be
Nope,
the
I
most
already got
disturbing fact I know. Is that in the American version of the anime, they did a whole brand new episode where Ash lets his Butterfree go. Whereas in Japan, his Butterfree dies in combat because he was not responsible enough to, understand what was going on in a fight. And that was not something American audience could stand.
That's so fucked
Listen.
up. I love it.
I already have the one about the child abducting Pokemon, so I'm
There's
done.
a lot of those, though. Okay, guys,
Yeah,
we're
there
gonna
are.
now we will end. The show is over. Go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Can't stay
Unless
here.
you're already home. This is the internet. We're not your dad. Good night.